Welcome back to Wepner Farms Productions. Today, a little high moisture corn. We're not far from the farm. Short haul. There's the farm. There's where we're hauling from. Should be getting pretty close to loaded here. First load. We have never actually hauled with the semis before. As far as high moisture corn, getting in the blower has always been an issue. So this is our first time doing it. I've never even dumped one in the silo. So we're gonna see how that goes. We got a jump auger to do it. My dad is combining the best corn we have. Dump. She's loaded. Loaded up. This thing fired up. Can't forget my sun drop. It'd be a bad day if I forgot that. Don't know how I'd make it through the day. Alright. Get this thing fired up. We're gonna probably need some differential to get her out of here. Girl? You give up on me? What is going on here? That was unnecessary. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh, like nothing. Out she goes. What everyone was so worried about. You're gonna get stuck. Might get stuck yet, who knows? I tell ya, it's always good when a good idea comes together. Oh yeah, now we gotta get that truck down there. I hadn't decided if I was just gonna back it down or drive it down and turn around. I turned this one around in the field. We'll see what we do with that one. We're just gonna back her down. Reversing. Maybe a little bit crooked. Turn her back around. Minor. Alright. There should be. Nice and straight back now. Not sure which hand is doing what. We're going every which direction. Reversing. Still. I can't wait to be done with this field. This is probably one of our more inconvenient fields. At least when it's wet out. We just got like an inch of rain. And the ground is showing it. Just about back in there. That should do her. We're gonna keep the truck on the lane so we're on hard ground. Another positive about being literally across the road from the farm is we don't have to tarp. We just grab her and go. This walk is not desirable though. We got like 100 yards. We'll be pushing it to get this thing unloaded and back before he gets that truck loaded. Better hurry. Ooh, what a sloppy driveway we've got. Everything is so unbelievably wet. This is heavy. Alright, our goal is to get right next to that tractor over there. Gotta kind of take her wide here because our hill is a little bit steep. And then we're going to swing her back here and try to park right next to that. Let's get this thing fired up. See what happens. Okay, 540, that's right. Got the blower. Auger's moving. See how fast we can run the corn in. We can run that auger a little faster, but we're gonna start with this. See how she goes. The corn is flowing. See how fast it's really going in the blower. Going up. It's hard to say. You only use straight trucks and usually have a smaller tractor on there. You usually can hear it working. But we're at about max capacity for this auger here. It's not coming out terribly slow, but it'll probably take us a good 20 minutes to get empty. If I were to guess. We've got a hole made in it. Corn's running about 26, 27%. And field was doing not that great. Anyways, I got some earmuffs back here. I'm gonna throw them on so that I can hear my children scream at night whenever I get that far in life. He's almost half empty. I feel like we're making pretty good time. I haven't been here all that long. Hopper number 2. Try runner just a little bit faster. A little bit. The only issue I ran into is when you go to open the bottom up the rest of the way, that flush of corn comes out and he's spilled a little, which isn't a big deal, but it'll have to be shoveled up. So, but otherwise, I didn't have to move that at all. I just pulled the hopper bottom forward. And now we're dumping the back hopper. So I figure when we get unloaded, I just back up like 5 feet and then we'll just pull that auger out. It should work good. Cross your fingers. That's all she wrote for that truck. Go ahead and shut her down. Shut her down. Hydraulics off, throttle down, PTO off. Let this idle for just a minute. While we pull that auger out, we'll shut this thing down too. I think next time we're gonna pull so it's in the middle and then we'll back up to it, because there's just a little more room. I feel like I pulled it out like 100 times faster than I put it in there. So here's our corn spillage. I would honestly say that's pretty minimal. When we run the straight trucks in, we're constantly shoveling the ground up. I got the auger a little too far over. It's okay. It's not bad. That's like 2 shovelfuls. And honestly, if I'm sitting here anyways, waiting for that other truck to get loaded, should have no problem shoveling that up. Brief break in the video to bring you to Gaurdair. Just got the kernel processor pulled out of the chopper. It is due for a little bit of a cleanup. All this grease and corn debris on here. We're going to use our Gaurdair Force 5 here. Hook it up to the big air compressor and blow this thing off. It blows stuff around. Use code WEPNER15 for 15% off any order of Gaurdair products. Gaurdair company. It's Gaurdair. See, it did pretty good. I mean, you guys saw how much grease and crap was on there, and it's all over there. So, still a little bit of cleaning to do, but for what do you think?
Blew off pretty quick. They got like grease everywhere though.
Yeah. Alrighty. Talk to the nutritionist. Now I'm running really behind. He's got that truck loaded and a dump. I have to make a run for it. I'll be lucky to get this unloaded before he gets that loaded. Getting my workout in for the day. Finally got the trucks down the bottom, got enough room in the field to turn around. That'll be beneficial. The next 3 loads will probably get off this field. This hopper bottom's on an ag hopper. This tight fit. Obviously with the weight on, truck's probably sagging a little more than it was before. It just fits underneath. And I'm a little close to the blower. Last time I thought I was a little far away. This time, it's a little too close. But it's working. Corn's going in the silo, it's all that matters. I think next year we're going to be looking for a drive over. That'll help by the grain bin too. Might be more components, but that was our grain sample. You guys satisfied? Do we need to do a better job? What is that? Corn's got a little mold on it. Throw that one to the side. I think we're unloading this one faster than we were the other one somehow. Not exactly sure how that works. Just going so smooth. Just steady running up the blower. You guys probably go back, watch my video last year doing Heimwerks corn using those straight trucks. A lot of slugging just because running the apron chain and doors and stuff. it's not a consistent flow in. This is just steady running in as fast as it'll take it. So I think there's benefit to that. Probably a lot less wear on the blower, being able to just consistently run it in. But I think we're running in a little bit faster too. Just about got this empty. We're gonna have to open up that door down there. It's not gonna run in anymore. 50 wild, 50 wild. Just in time. Looks like he's putting the last dump on. Zoom in. Might even need some more, actually. I don't know if he's gonna have enough on the combine to do that. It's gonna be close. So, gotta get this puppy turned around. Hopefully we make her out the other truck. Hopefully this was a wise decision to do this how we did it. But just about full. We're gonna have to take it. Wish she would have loaded the front first so we had more weight on the drives, but I think he's gonna get her. All right, we better get crazy here. Big loop, big old loop out here. We're gonna try to get this truck right behind the other one. So it's gonna have all of us going past it, and we're gonna reverse her right into there is the plan. Looks a little bit tacky here where we're unloading. Combining. See if we can get this bad girl out now. We've got our traction control on. My biggest fear is the corner. So I think we're gonna wanna hit it. Third gear. We're gonna wanna hit the very edge of the lane, but we do not want to leave the lane. Uh-oh. Not turning. Come on, girl. Follow me. Very good. Huh. They said I was gonna get stuck. I like it. I'm enjoying myself. Look at me go. Feeling frisky. We turned the traction control off before we hit the gravel. I think 2 more loads and we might have that silo full. I think when we did the straight trucks, it was about 5 feet a load, roughly. I think, if I'm right. I'm not sure. I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I think after we put this load in, we should definitely check to see how full the silo is, because we had about 40-45 feet till she was gonna be full. So we don't want to fill her too full, otherwise we'll have a real mess. That's what we'll have. So cruising, third gear all the way, baby. All right, we're about. That's full. What are we? First string we got 10, 20, 30, about 35 more feet. I thought I was told we had 40 feet to go. And the math is not making sense here, because that was our third load. That should have been more than 5 feet. So regardless, we got a long ways to go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably a minimum of 6 more loads to get this full, I would say, roughly, maybe 5. He's unloading. check out this cover crop. Sounds like there's no corn out here, but boy, do we got a cover crop, these guys. So we'll go check it out. I think these are rape, clover. I think that's a turnip. Maybe. I think that's a turnip or radish, one of the two. Some jumbo ears. So here's our skip. Yeah, here's a skip row. There's stuff growing. This is planted. That's a turnip, a radish, tillage turnip. It's growing. Some clover. Guess if anything, this is like a heck of a break year for this ground. Ears are nothing to brag about. That's a heck of a guy there. Can we find one good ear? This looks like one of the better ears. Look at that beauty. That is dandy. I'm not sure what else we planted out here. There's clover, turnips, rape, and there's some ryegrass. I don't think there was any rye. If there was rye, we would definitely see it. But yeah, otherwise, I mean, a lot of that green foliage in there is the cover crop. So we better watch out so we don't get ran over. Keep bushling. I don't know if I'm proud of this moment, but we caved, and I remember that I was supposed to purchase a new jacket before this winter came around. I suppose we still have some time. But this one, she's got some wear. Going back to that field, that cover crop, going across it, we did hit some spots where it was 180 up to 200, 210 bushel. But very slim picking for that. It'll probably average across the board about 45, and I saw about 50 to 60 relatively consistently across the field. So there's some spots in there that have no corn to harvest, and there are some spots that have a lot of corn to harvest. But off that 10 acres, we got about 1 truckload, and so what is that? Well, maybe we got a little better than what I'm predicting. So we got about rough 1,100 bushel divided by 10. That was stupid math. We might have got 100 bushel. Maybe. We got real lucky. But I don't think it was quite there. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. We might be chasing wet corn this year. We thought this was a little wetter than what it was. We're running about 16% here, so it's too dry. We don't really want to mix it in with the rest of it because we were running high 20s. So just to keep the feed consistent for the cows. So we could feed this, but ideally we want to keep it around 25% moisture is what we're kind of striving for. So, and we also want to keep consistent, so we don't want to jump up and down. So we're gonna, kind of our plan right now is to fill that hopper bottom, which is right there, with this corn. We're gonna haul that up to the feed mill for calf grain. Have to pay a little bit drying, whatever. We just store it up there to use. And then we're gonna chase wetter corn tomorrow. So we were gonna go try to find a field that was wetter, but it really didn't make sense because this isn't full. We don't want to put that in the silo. So yeah, just a mess. So we'll leave that guy there. Dad's gonna fill her up, and then we're gonna quit for the night. and then hit her hard tomorrow, I guess is the plan. So anyways, it's gonna be a little bit of a machine shuffle. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get that truck back so I can get a ride to the truck, or walk, or bring a side-by-side over there, bring that home, and then have someone run me to the side-by-side. There's a tractor coming down the road. No idea who that is. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.